Look at this dirty hat. Well, I wasn't able to drop a video yesterday because I was out working, fixing some leaks on my vehicle. So, I felt you in the morning. I didn't want to say nothing because I've been tracking you all down. I'm going to keep tracking down. I'm going to call you out because I really don't care if you know I'm watching you or if you're trying to sit there and stalk me, because you already harassed me and destroyed and kidnapped my family and or kidnap my children and murder my family, because that's why it's just me out here standing solo speaking against you corrupt, judicial terrorists coming from the Kansas City Archdiocese, from the Salina, who's out here trying to facilitate and protect these corrupt politicians, these judicial terrorists. And that's why you're all judicial terrorists, because you're trying to protect those who are guilty, who have already kidnapped and murdered my children, and you're enabling their behavior. And this is where I'm going to take it back, all the way back to the 700 ADs, when you want to let some Celtic beliefs and philosophy and not even a theology, a philosophy come into the church and try to say you can give penance for all the sins. No, that worked back then when you gave penance to sins for people who's wronged themselves, who's maybe in a mortal sin and has to come back and fix their lives. And that's where you should have ended at. Instead, you want to come over here to the U.S. And this is where you U.S. people, you priests are under a different category, and you think you're going to take the whole selection. And this is why there is a separation also in the 1700s, where the church, the dissolution of the Roman Empire. This is what this is supposed to be because of this situation here, right now, what we're dealing with. Because you corrupt, you act like an occult out here. So when I'm standing out here telling you about your occult behaviors and practices, because you're living by the law, which is the Old Testament, because the founding, that's why they want to abolish and get rid of the Constitution and Bill of Rights, is because they don't like it, because it's founded on the Jewish law. So you're all out here living by the Jewish law, but yet you're trying to live by, say you're going to give penance to people who's wronged other people in the house. No, you don't get to cherry pick the Old Testament. In Numbers 5, it talks about how they got to fix the wrongs with those who they did wrong to. That's me. They did wrong to me. They don't get to run to penance, because that's the Bill of Rights. You guys are following the laws of the lands. You guys are following the Old Testament, the Jewish laws, and you don't get to use the new and the penance where you say, oh, let's just forgive us the sins of those who you wrong. No, it's only forgiveness of sins of those that you wronged yourselves. Not forgiving sins. If you've wronged me, you pay me. So you're allowing them to run to Saturday mornings at 9 in the morning. I realize that every single Sunday morning at 9 in the morning, you guys got them trying to forgive these politicians, protect from the Kansas City Archdiocese to Salina Archdiocese, and thinking they're going to be protected and safe. No, your little chain of command ends right here with me, where you owe me $133 million because you endorsed and enabled those. You're guilty by association with those who murdered my children with drugs.